Tonight, I'm just hanging out in my pajamas on a Sunday night when I discovered the Starving Artist tag. And my name's Guenevere, and I'm a full-time oil painter. I figured, well, I'm new on YouTube, I might as well introduce myself and give it a try. Tonight, I'm going to be answering the questions from Starving Artist tag. These are my answers to the questions. First one is, what is your favorite experience as an artist? I probably have two. My first experience that's been my favorite so far was getting to be in the International Guild of Realism show and getting to go to the show and meet the other artists. Tonight, I really value everything that I've learned at the show and the opening and meeting the other artists. They're amazing and it's been so much fun. That was probably the most brilliant experience I've had. The next, I was gonna make a special video for it and announce it, but I guess since I'm here, I'll say it now. The next most amazing experience that I've had is I actually just won Best Still Life in the American Women Artists National Show. Pretty big deal, and I'm just found out yesterday. Super excited about it. So that's an experience that is still happening, still right now. Still deciding if it's the best one, but it's pretty great. Tonight, next question. What's your least favorite experience as an artist? My least favorite experience as an artist probably has to be, I had a gallery that has several of my paintings in their possession, and they were not responding to me. They didn't call me back, didn't return my emails. I called several times. It was over a few months of trying to get a hold of them, and they would not respond to me. That was a pretty terrible experience. So that's definitely my worst experience as an artist so far. Luckily, I did eventually get my work back. What are your dreams, goals for your art? Well, being new on YouTube, tonight, I would really like to build a greater following on YouTube and get more fan interaction. I'd really like to hear from the people watching my videos what they think about them and what you think about my work. I would really like to get into a gallery and have representation with a gallery. That is probably my number one priority. What's your favorite medium and why? Well, I'm an oil painter, and oil paint is by far my favorite medium. Why?
For the colors.
And number 5, what inspires you to do art? Why do you love it? I think that I do art to express something. Tonight, for me, it's really a visual expression. Trying to work on my visual language and something about expressing an image. Like, I can't say it with words. I can only show you what I'm feeling or thinking. And so trying to figure out a way to say that, it doesn't work. It's a visual language. Working on my visual language. I can't even find words for it. Number 6. What's the favorite piece you ever made and why is it special? Well, I think I would have to say my favorite piece that I've made so far is my Modern Beauty. And it's one that I just completed earlier this year. And I would say that it's special because I feel like it really reached a pinnacle with my skill and with my compositional awareness. That tonight I really worked hard on the composition to make it be a interesting and intriguing composition, and working sort of a bit more with expression of, what am I trying to say in this painting and what are people getting from it. And at my opening in Denver a few weeks ago, everybody that I asked about it pretty much got the message. They understood it, and so I feel like I accomplished that goal, and I just love it. It's one of my favorite paintings I think I've ever done. Number 7, who or what are your biggest influences? So I think I have quite a few influences. I would definitely have to say some of my teachers were huge influences. I also worked at the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art for several years, and got to witness many great shows there and see some of the paintings in person. And one of my favorite shows that I got to see while I was there was Chuck Close. Getting to see some of his older photorealism paintings in person probably was one of the biggest inspirations I think I've had. I also saw a Robert Bechtel show while I was working there. And again, another photorealist. So I would say that I definitely took a lot of inspiration from the photorealists. Well, the next question is, what did you learn from being a full-time artist? I think the main thing that I've had to learn is time management and making sure that I get enough work done, making sure that I have time to get my work done, that I don't spend too much time doing other things. Tonight, keeping a regular schedule. I would say keeping a regular schedule has been the hardest thing to learn. What do your family and friends think about you being an artist? Well, my mom loves it. My mom is my biggest supporter by far. If it wasn't for my mom, I would not be able to be the artist that I am today. She 100% made me the artist that I am by supporting me and allowing me to continue to create all my life. So, Mom, thank you so much. Next question. Was becoming an artist your childhood dream? If not, what is? I would say that becoming an artist was definitely my childhood dream. Of course, I had a few other dreams. I think I wanted to be an astronaut for a little while. But being an artist was the main one that I always wanted. And it really went back to tonight. In second grade, we had an artist come into my class and do a demonstration, a watercolor demonstration. And we got to try it out, and it was amazing. And I thought that making pictures for a living was like the most amazing job anybody could ever have. So I always wanted to make pictures for a living ever since then. What advice can I give to people who want to be more creative? I would say, it's a good question. Advice to be more creative is allow yourself to be more creative. I think a lot of times we're too hard on ourselves, and maybe you come up with an idea and you shoot it down immediately. So you really have to trust yourself and believe in yourself. Allow yourself to try. Let yourself explore. Allow yourself to try. Let yourself make mistakes. Tonight. Well, the next question is, were you supported to pursue art as a child? And as I've already mentioned, my mom has been supporting me from childhood. In second grade, when I did that demonstration for the class, she framed it, and it's still on the wall in her house. Do you make money off your art? Sometime when it sells, yes. Number 14 is, what do you want to improve or aspire to be with your future art? Well, I'm just starting a new series right now that I'm really excited about. This is my Modern Beauty series. It was really inspired by the one painting that I did, Modern Beauty. It's something that I really want to explore more, is working on compositions that are realist but sort of abstract in nature. So really looking at composition, taking a strong look at composition, and looking at my expression. So in this series of work that I'm going into, really working on the expression of tonight, kind of taking a close look at an item from the modern world and looking at how beautiful it is, and it is beautiful, and it's amazing, and they're sort of magical, but also looking at kind of the downside of it and the hardness of the wires. So kind of the juxtaposition of this wonderful light, but then sort of the almost like barbed wire, wires that look cold and hard, coming with the magic. Getting that dichotomy, it's almost an allegory for good and evil. So getting that expression and really working on getting a clear message that's what I'm trying to express. I think that's what I want to do with my series of Modern Beauty paintings. Number 15 kind of just answered that one. What feelings do you try to express in your art? So for this new series, I'm trying to express, that good and evil, light and dark kind of a theme with some of my older work. And so, if you've seen some of my other videos, I do a lot of candy. This painting here, paintings, and I don't really eat candy. But so for me, looking at the candy, it's about the luxury of desserts like this. I mean, fantastic, fancy desserts, and the richness, the luxury of these desserts. Enjoy the colors, enjoy the richness of them. I think that's what I was trying to express, have been trying to express with my sweets. And kind of the same with my bows as well. Just that richness and luxury, the kind of over-the-top colors, bright, happy, fun things. All right, next question. What is your favorite thing to paint and why? Bright, happy, fun things. Gosh, I don't know if I really have a favorite thing to paint. I do tend to go in series. I'll paint something a few times, 10 to 20 times, and then I'm ready to move on to something else. For me, it's kind of about exploration, and I really do like to learn by painting new things. Obviously, right now, I like to paint candy, and I like to paint my lights. So those are my two favorites right now. I went through a series of painting motorcycle paintings. You can kind of see one right there. So you can also check out my other channel for some of my motorcycle paintings. The next question, what's the strangest thing I've painted? Well, I guess to some people, painting motorcycles might be kind of strange, but I do ride motorcycles. I love motorcycles. I just love motorcycles. To some people, painting motorcycles might be strange. Have I ever been hung up after a commission, after starting a commission? I haven't. I've never had anybody bail on a commission. I do require a contract to do a commission, so I would never have anybody bail out on that, or they would lose their deposit. Do you admit that paint smells good? I don't think paint smells good. I prefer to have the window open a little bit. Would you not make weird noises into my microphone? And I don't use any thinner at all in my studio. I think it smells terrible and it's very toxic, so I'm not a fan of the smell. And number 20 is, what would I tell my younger self? I would definitely go back and tell my younger self to keep doing YouTube when I started 3 years ago. Keep doing it. And another thing, I've learned so much. I've been painting for 10 years, and I've learned so much that there's a ton that I would tell myself. I think I would definitely tell myself to take some business classes or learn a little bit more about business, perhaps. That would probably be a good one. So that's my advice. Take some business classes. So those are my starving artist tag questions. I hope you guys learned something about me. Maybe you learned something that will help you. Subscribe. And thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel and keep on watching more videos. Tonight, just hanging out in my pajamas. We're making a video on a Sunday night with Althea. She's like, what? What are you doing?